How's it going?
Good. I've got a kink in my shoulder neck that's driving me crazy. But other than that, great.
What stunt was it?
No, I don't. It's probably something lame, honestly. I've been trying to consistently get to the gym this season, so I think I've I've gone a little too hard the past 2 weeks. What's up?
So how does Flashpoint get underway for you?
Well, first of all, Barry's parents are alive. Nora and Henry are obviously alive, which is the whole reason that this was done. It is very much its own thing, though. One of the first things I did when I was cast 2.5, almost 3 years ago now, which is crazy, was watched Flashpoint Paradox, just because everyone talked about it. So I knew what the storyline was before I got our script. And it's pretty different. Obviously we can't have Superman or Batman or Wonder Woman running around in the first episode. I wish we could, but apparently we can't. So it's pretty different. They do a good job of kind of throwing little nods to what the Flashpoint Paradox and what the storylines were for Flashpoint in the comics, using characters that have existed on the show for the first 2 years, and the things that are changed now. I think we're done pretty well as far as what has existed for the past 2 years and how they've changed in kind of a parallel way to what's in the comics. But it's very much its own thing, for sure.
Barry got a little angry in the previous season. Does that anger continue, or is it sort of over that?
It's been a roller coaster as far as him finding peace. Every time he thinks he's kind of found some peace, everything gets flipped on its head again. So I don't know. I mean, when we see him in Flashpoint, it's he did this for a reason, and you see him with it that we've aged Michelle, who plays Nora Allen, to look 16 years older, and it's as if they've been together for all these years, but Barry knows what the other timeline was. So you see him with this absolute appreciation for the fact that both of his parents are alive and he's living with them. Even though we joke, they're trying to they don't know that the timeline was different, and they're trying to get him to move out because he's 27 years old. He just kind of wants to live with them because he hasn't had them for all these years.
Yeah,
it's pretty funny.
So Barry has 2 sets of memories now?
Yeah, and I did just say this at another table, so it's already out there, but I don't know if I was supposed to, but he's the only one that knows about the other timeline, but he does start to forget. He, only the timeline he's in kind of is the memories, all of his memories are changing. He starts to get memories in Flashpoint of with his parents that he never had. He's got brand new memories, but they're replacing things that he had with his, West family memories.
How does this affect the other shows?
It does, I can tell you that much. I don't know how it's affecting Legends or Supergirl. I know one thing on Arrow that's being affected directly. I don't know if I'm allowed to say, but it is affecting the other shows.
So will we see any other characters from Arrow and Flashpoint?
Yeah. I can't remember if in the first episode if we do, but the crossovers there's going to be way more this season than there have been in the last 2, for sure. I've signed on to 4. I'm doing it at least 4 episodes of other shows.
Wow.
Yeah.
Does that make it more fun that you get to play in all these other...
It is fun, and I think this year, since we have a little bit of foresight, we're planning it a little bit better, and we're taking when Supergirl crossover is happening, I think Flash gets 2 days off that week or something, because you're shooting 2 episodes of television at one time, and we shoot 23 episodes of Flash in 9.5 months, but now technically my season is 27 episodes in 9.5 months, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
You're going to need that super speed.
Yeah.
How will Flashpoint change up the villain structure for the season?
I don't really know yet moving forward, but pretty heavily in the first 2 episodes. You saw Barry goes back, stops Reverse Flash, saves his mom, so obviously Barry's got Reverse Flash now. So that kind of changes things. He's got the upper hand on him now, and he's got that son of a bitch locked up somewhere.
Does he have any guilt whatsoever for changing the timeline, or is he just happy as can be?
You know, I think he's trying to not think about it when we first see him, because it's not even probably, he doesn't have to try that hard, honestly, because he's got both of his parents, and it was a selfish decision. But he's a little bit blind to that right now, because he's got his family. But he, like I said, will start to realize he's forgetting things, which will start to weigh heavily on him. And he will get some life lessons from another speedster. He's gonna kind of give him some, maybe don't do this shit kind of advice.
How many more speedsters?
So, what's up?
How's having Tom in the movie?
Dude, it's great. I've worked one day with him, one scene, and he binged the show when he got, and so he was gushing in a really sweet, genuine way that I wasn't expecting at all. I mean, obviously we were all gonna gush to him because we're all Harry Potter fans, obviously. Except for Candace, I found out today she's never read or seen any of the movies, and she chose to say that in her interview with all of us, and we were all kind of like, what? He's like, we all gush to him, he gushes back, and it's very, we were just saying the other day, like, this has to stop at a certain point, obviously. We're gonna have to like move on with our lives and just work together. But he's lovely, and a great actor and really professional, so it's really nice to have.
I was just asking, how many other more speedsters are we going to see on the season? Because there were a couple of pictures leaked, and the character looks a lot like a reverse flash from the comics right now.
So 1, 2, 3, 4 others other than me so far. And we're in the middle of our second episode.
Okay.
Are we going to see any returns of rogues or anything like that early on, or is it all about the Flashpoint?
Not early on, I don't think. We're seeing a lot of new metahumans that are like so the first year was like everyone showing up because of the particle accelerator explosion, and then in the second year it was Zoom bringing them through the breach, and this year metahumans are showing up for a completely different reason. So we're meeting a lot of new ones initially. But I'm hoping, and I would imagine we'll see, there would have to be a reason. Maybe it's just I hope it happens, but I want to see Captain Cold again. I know we killed him on Legends, but, time travel and Flashpoint, so who knows what's going to happen. I would guess, though, we'll see the Rogues again, and, I mean, Grodd's got to show up at some point. I'm just talking as what I want to see, though, what I would imagine would happen. Yeah.
Will we at some point see the Barry Allen from the show meet the new Barry Allen from the movies?
I have no idea. As of now, it sounds like they're pretty adamant about them being separate, but I have nothing to do with that decision. Yeah, I don't know.